I'm an optimist. I hope that the next Congress can work together in a more constructive and collegial way than the Congress has been working for a while. Leading up to an election is always bad, but my hope is that now that this midterm election is behind us, that the members of both parties, and especially the leadership and the president, will be able to work together to solve some problems on which there is common ground. They haven't been able to do that in quite a while. There has been a feeling that each side had to bash the other and that compromise was somehow a weak thing. Unfortunately, our system of government requires compromise to get anything done. Business can always play a role if they really urge their members of Congress to work together. I think the electorate has spoken. The electorate is fed up with a dysfunctional Washington. The business community should say loud and clear, because they have the ear of political leaders, get to work, get something done. We have problems to be solved. We've got an economy that's improving. We have lots of problems around the world, but we need to be working on them. There has been uncertainty. There's always uncertainty. Affordable Care Act is a major new piece of social legislation that extends affordable health care to a large number of people who didn't have it before. That has created some uncertainty, but I think the uncertainty has been exaggerated. The economy at the moment is not particularly uncertain. It's not growing as fast as some of us would like, most of us would like. The unemployment rate has come down into a respectable level, but not far enough. But this is not a highly fluctuating economy. It's an economy that's steadily growing, not as fast as we'd like. And I think the uncertainties can really be exaggerated. I am moderately concerned about the rise in public debt. I think it's a manageable problem. It is not a problem we should panic over. We should look at the numbers. They're not as scary as they were several years ago. I served on the Simpson-Bowles Commission. At the time we were putting together that report, which was in 2010, the projections for the public debt were really quite scary. And as both groups looked ahead, we saw the debt rising, not immediately, but toward the end of this decade, very rapidly and into, as far as the eye could see. It looked as though the debt would be rising faster than the economy could grow for a long time in the future. The numbers look better now. They don't look benign. The debt is still rising from a high level of about 70% of the GDP. But it is not as scary as it was. That's partly because healthcare cost increases have slowed. It's partly because the Congress and the President together agreed to cut discretionary spending, the spending that the Congress appropriates every year. Neither of those factors may be totally sustainable. I think we've cut discretionary spending too much. Healthcare costs may begin rising again, so we can't be sure. But right now, the rising debt is still there, but it looks like a manageable problem, one we should not overreact to, but one we should take action early to reduce the rate of growth in the future.